St. Augustine, Commentary on the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 32 to 33 following. But perhaps they will say, well, as it is a dove, and the dove is one, baptism there can be apart from the one dove. Therefore, if the dove is with you, or if you be yourself a dove, do you give me, when I come to you, that which I have not? You know that this is what they say, but you will presently see that it is not of the voice of the dove, but of the clamour of the raven. For attend a little, beloved, and fear their devices. Nay, beware of them and listen to the words of gainsayers, only to reject them, not to swallow them and take them into your bowels. Do therein what the Lord did when they offered him the bitter draught. He tasted and spat it out. Matthew chapter 27, verse 34. So also you hear and cast away. What indeed say they? Let us see. Lo, says he, you are the dove. O Catholic Church, it is to you it is said, my dove is one, the only one of her mother. To you certainly is it said. Stop, do not question me. Prove first whether to me it was said. If it was said to me, I would hear it at once. To you, says he, it was said. I answer, in the voice of the Catholic Church. To me, and this answer, brethren, sounding forth from my mouth alone, has sounded, as I believe, also from your hearts, and we all affirm together, ye, to the Catholic Church was it said, one is my dove, the only one of her mother. Apart from this dove, says he further, there is no baptism. I was baptized apart from this dove, consequently have not baptism. If I have not baptism, why do you not give it me when I come to you? I also will put questions. Let us meanwhile lay aside the inquiry as to whom this was said, my dove is one, the only of her mother. As yet we are inquiring. It was said either to me or to you. Let us postpone the question as to whom it was said. This is what I ask, if the dove is simple, innocent, without gall, peaceful in its kisses, nor not fierce with its talons. I ask whether the covetous, the rapacious, the crafty, the sottish, the infamous, belong to the members of this dove? Are they members of this dove? Far be the thought, says he. And who would really say this, brethren? To speak of nothing else, if I mention the rapacious alone, members of the hawk, they may be not members of the dove. Kites seize and plunder, so do hawks, so do ravens. Doves do not plunder nor tear. Consequently, they who snatch and rob are not members of the dove. Was there not even one rapacious person among you? Why abides the baptism, which in this case the hawk, not the dove, has given? Why do you not among yourselves baptize after robbers, after adulterers, after drunkards? Why not baptized after the avaricious among yourselves? Are these all members of the dove? You so dishonor your dove that you make those that have the nature of the vulture her members. What then, brethren? What say we? There are the bad and the good in the Catholic Church, but with them the bad only. But perhaps I say this with a hostile feeling. let these too be afterwards examined. They do say, certainly, that among them are the good and the bad, for should they assert that they have only the good, let their own credit it, and I subscribe. With us let them say, they are known but holy, righteous, chaste, sober men, no adulterers, no usurers, no deceivers, no false swearers, no wine bibbers. Let them say this, for I heed not their tongues, I touch their hearts. But since they are well known to us and to you and to their own, just as you are known both to yourselves in the Catholic Church and to them, neither let us find fault with them, nor let them flatter themselves. We confess that in the Church they are good and bad, yet as the grain and the chaff. Sometimes he who is baptized by the grain is chaff, and he who is baptized by the chaff is grain. Otherwise, if his baptism who is baptized by the grain stands good, for he who is baptized by the chaff not, then it is not true. This is he that baptizes. But if it is true this is he that baptizes, then what is given by the chaff stands good, and he baptizes in like manner as the dove. For the bad man who administers baptism is not the dove, nor belongs to the members of the dove, nor can he possibly be affirmed to be so, either with us in the Catholic Church or with them, if they assert that their church is the dove. What then are we to understand, brethren? Since it is evident and known to all, and they must admit, though it be against their will, that when with them bad men give baptism, it is not given after those bad men, and with us too, when the bad give baptism, it is not given after them. The dove does not baptize after the raven. Why then would the raven baptize after the dove? Consider, beloved, why also was there a something pointed out by means of the dove, as that the dove, namely the Holy Spirit, in the shape of a dove, came to the Lord on being baptized and rested upon him, while by the coming of the dove John learnt this, that there dwelt in the Lord a power peculiarly his own to baptize, because it was by this power peculiar to himself, as I have said, the peace of the Church was made secure. And yet it may be that one may have baptism apart from the dove, but that baptism apart from the dove should do him good is impossible. Consider, beloved, and understand what I say, for by this deception they mislead such of our brethren as are dull and cold. Let us be more simple and more fervent. See, say they, have I received or have I not? I answer, you have received. Well, if I have received, there is nothing which you can give me. I am safe, even on your own evidence. For I affirm that I have received, and you too do confess that I have received. I am safe by the confession of both. What then do you promise me? Why would you make me a Catholic? When would you not give me anything further, seeing you confess that I have already received that which you affirm yourself to possess? But when I say, come to me, I say that you do not possess, who yet confess that I do. Why do you say, come to me? The dove teaches us. From the head of the Lord she answers and says, you have baptism, but the charity with which I groan you have not. How is it? How is this, says he? I have baptism and have not charity. Have I the sacraments and not charity? Do not shout. Show me how can he who divides unity have charity. I, says he, have baptism. You have, but that baptism without charity profits you nothing, because without charity you are nothing. The baptism itself, even in him who is nothing, is not nothing. Baptism indeed is something great, for his sake of whom it is said, this is he that baptizes. But lest you should fancy that that which is great can profit you aught, if you be not in unity. It was after he was baptized that the dove descended, as if intimating, if you have baptism, be in the dove, lest what you have profit you not. Come then to the dove, we say, not that you may begin to have what you had not before, but that you did have may begin to profit you. For you did have baptism to destruction without, and if you shall have it within, it begins to profit you to salvation.